Tom Aspinall has finally, issued his statement after the fight ending double eye poke. And he posted the hospital footage, so we'll look at that. I see a lot of clips going around. There's some clips of him, showing some photos of the eye uncovered. Spoiler alert, I don't think his eye looks that bad. I'm wondering why he had the bandage over it. It's not cut, it's not bleeding, it's not super bloodshot like Henry Cejudo's was when Song Yadong poked him. So at first glance, at first look, that eye isn't looking that bad. It's really not. So I don't know what to make of this, but maybe you guys can help me out. We'll see. But let's just go with the full-on, footage of after the fight. So we can pretty much start from here.
Oh, right. I better get back there and see how much I can film.
Hi everybody.
I couldn't do it for no, don't give it a thought. I can't even open my eyes. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That was 10 minutes ago.
Mate.
Forgot, mate. That's the right decision.
It's the clearest video seeing two fingers in your eyes, mate.
How? You don't do anything. You got one, at least once, maybe twice before you even did it. Yeah.
Main thing is you're going to be okay.
First for nose. All that training for that. Don't worry about it.
It's going to be okay, mate.
Everything will be okay. Sorry, guys.
Nothing for you to be sorry about. Jesus.
Honestly, you can do it.
Mate, you can see clear like day. His hands are literally in your face.
It's a joke. Honestly, if you're
It's gonna. You're gonna be alright. That's all that matters, mate.
Yeah.
That's all we ever care about.
Whole weekend go the other side of the world for that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll go again. We go again. It's gonna go straight.
Stipe, give us a hug.
Top. What can you do?
Can't do anything.
I started feeling good in the fight.
I know.
Just finding my range.
Yeah.
You got me a bit at first because I was a little bit off balance. What the is he doing? Doing unbelievable. How can you poke someone in the eye from, because it weren't even like we're there. It like that.
Don't think anything about it. It's just another match.
Honestly, when I first turned around,
It's gone now.
I was like, I can't see. But I thought it was going to get better. And it just kept getting, I would dab it, take it off, and it'd be worse. I'd go again, a few more minutes, a few more seconds, take it off. I could see less and less. It was getting worse.
Don't worry about it.
It's not your fault.
It's done now.
When he first did it, I didn't think it was that bad.
Can you open your eye now?
Yeah, my eyes open.
It's open now.
Can you see the video? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
He was opening his mouth a lot. You were getting your range, and that was it. Finished.
And he was opening his mouth.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Just a fart.
Tommy, you alright for me to roll on it or not?
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, your left one's okay?
No.
The left one was really deep.
Both of them.
The left one was really deep.
Both of them. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
You got
but
warm
the-
twice
Hey, go to
before
us.
it.
Yeah.
Go to hospital.
Twice before he got warm for it.
DC low-key kind of asking, like, hey, the wrong eye is covered. Like, the one that got poked deeper is the uncovered eye. How's that one doing? Who knows what he meant, But DC did back him in his post-fight video he posted to his YouTube channel. So I think he's on Tom's side, unlike Chael Sonnen and Anthony Smith.
Thank you. Never be sorry.
Yeah. See you, mate. I'll go in the front. See you, mate. Safe travels.
Yeah, see you.
Let big love. Andy. Andy. So, we're just in an ambulance now. I'm in the front, Tom's in the back through there. I can't even put into words how much pain he's in. It's just about being able to open his eye. But yeah, as you've seen with the slow-mo, a lot of people will have seen it by now, but the slow-mo to both his eyes, but he's still, one of his eyes is shut.
Right there, how it's pressing, it's only a small layer of skin, okay? It's only a small layer of skin. Ciryl Gane's finger is definitely like, rubbing all up on Tom's eyeball, even if it's over the skin. You feel me? So, like, imagine if you closed your eye right now and somebody rubs the fuck out of your eyeball. You know, like your pupil too. Like, it's gonna be a little bit messed up. And so I'm just saying, like, I can understand why his eye hurt, why it was messed up. But while we're on the topic, I don't get why he keeps having that white bandage over it. Like, I don't think that's doing shit. Like, what the fuck is that doing? He doesn't like brightness or something? I don't know. Somebody help me out here. Why the fuck is the eye still covered? Because everybody's probably seen the pictures by now. His eye low-key looks fine. Everybody's saying he just looks faded. Like, he just looks like he smoked a little bit of kush. Like, I don't know. But the bandage seems to be overkill. That might be why I'm saying he's milking it a little bit, you know? But we continue.
They've said that hopefully because with the pupil they can see it, it will open soon. But yeah, at the moment we are currently just in an ambulance on the way to the hospital for Tom to get a proper check. And yeah, I'll try and speak to him if I can. But obviously Andy and Tom are in the back now, and we're just now on the way to the hospital.
Can you balance yourself here?
Can he see it out of his eye?
No. Whoop. That eye's blurry as well. That's poked in both eyes. But that one's worse. How far is it? Sit there. How far is it? Doesn't matter. Push you. Go on.
Okay.
Is there a better one? There's CPS in that one. It's terrible.
Can you see out your right eye yet or not?
No, I can't. Well, I've got this one.
Yeah.
This eye's blurry as well. You put them in both. This.
So, the juicy part now, Tom finally walking through the hospital. My biggest thing, it's not that big of a thing, but I just don't get why he keeps this bandage on his eye, and I don't think he's gonna explain it, but I just don't get the whole bandage thing. I think it's making it look worse than it is. If he doesn't have a band-aid over it, we've seen the eye unbandaged already. Imagine him walking through the hospital without this on. Does it look as bad? What are people saying then? Are they saying, oh, he's fine, dude, what the hell's wrong with this guy? But I did watch this a little bit already, and he's more so claiming pain. He's more so claiming pain, I think. But we'll find out right now.
This one. You went near enough and pulled deep, mate. I could feel how deep it went now.
You were saying as well that he'd already tried to do it to you, weren't you? I heard you say
You
that.
already got one twice. At least once for poking. Keep his fingers close, the ref said. And he.
On the first takedown attempt. Don't make me pull up the screenshot. I have the screenshot locked in.
He's nearly poked me in the eye before.
What's you were saying before when you were in the ambulance about eye pokes?
No, I'm just, not annoyed. It just is what it is. But the only thing I ever want is for him to come out of our fights all right, and the opponent to come out. And I think, only just thinking about it now, but the UFC will have fights of everyone on record. I just wonder if they have data of how many people poke people in the eyes or kick people in the groin and get away with it, and the fight carries on, and the guy, Mike Bisping, he lost his eye. It's just a horrendous thing to think as a parent, really. And I know what it's like these days with people saying what they want, but if it's just your son, and they could lose an eye through somebody who constantly pokes eyes. I'm not saying Ciryl does, but I think they need. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think it would be useful to analyse the people who do it, and not get them out of the sport, but have them tidy up the game so they don't go and kick people in between the legs, and they don't keep constantly poking people in eyes, because a lot of fighters do it, and get away with it in the fight, win the fight, and everybody says after, oh, they forget that the guy get poked in the eye, and I just think it's unfair. And if it's your child and their health, and they've got children to look after, you know, something needs doing about it.
And you know, Aspinall does have an autistic child, so you know, here's what I like that I heard. If Tom Aspinall continued the fight, right, and he went on to lose, and then he went ahead and blamed it, and he said he couldn't have seen, right, and he continued, they would have said, well, then you shouldn't have continued in the fight. If you couldn't see, then you shouldn't have continued, right? So there's nothing to be done, right, to the guy who just goes ahead and accepts whatever happened to him and keeps fighting. And if he loses, there's nothing ever done. There's no justice. Anthony Smith, right? You chose to keep fighting. You deal with the consequences. Granted, Anthony Smith was never in that John Jones fight, but I think it is a little bit of too much of a risk for Tom, you know, having kids, his health and safety, and on top of that, just for the win alone. I'll say it one more time. If he were to choose to continue fighting and he lost, okay, and he wanted to use the eye excuse, then nobody would have given it to him. Everybody would have said, well, then you shouldn't have continued fighting. And so he does take it, right? He doesn't continue fighting. And now he's getting flack here too. Your classic damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. All right? He's damned if he takes the fight and keeps going along with it because he's compromised. At least he's claiming he was compromised. And then if he takes the out, then he's a pussy. Then he's a quitter. I don't know. Damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. Choose your side, okay? I just really want to labor in this point, though, because I don't think it ever gets talked about enough. You see fighters. Name your fighter post-UFC career, okay? Whatever injuries he's dealing with, whatever, you know, stuff he dealt with, a lot of them are broke now anyway. A lot of them are broke now. Shane Carwin, the first easiest one that comes to mind. You know what I mean? Former UFC champion. Broke, has no money, and on top of that, his body's broken. How about Michael Bisping? Not only did he lose an eye, but if you ever keep up with his podcast and shit like that, he's had all these fused discs in his back and in his neck. Like, Bisping's fucked up real bad in his body. If he didn't have his podcast and his broadcast role, he would be fucked too. So my point is, the injuries that these guys suffer, it's just a thankless job. You know, there's no thank you, right? I guess I'll end it by saying this. There's no thank you for Aspinall accepting it. Like, it's a thankless fucking job. And so he's already taking injuries. It's already part of the job. At full health, he's going to take injuries. He's going to be compromised. At this moment in time, I'm fine with it a little bit, but let's see how his eye looks and shit like that.
Yeah, it's horrendous for me to look at that.
How is he not disqualified off that?
It's outrageous. And then people start booing me like it's my fault. He double poked in the eye, mate. I was trained for 14 months. Trust me.
I honestly don't mean to keep pausing it, but it has to be said too, boys. It has to be said. If you don't want Tom, okay, if you don't want Tom to take the out, right, whoever's upset with Tom, if you don't want Tom to take the out, at the end of the day, Ciryl Gane, then don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. If you're beating his ass, right, then don't give him the out. It's that simple. It really is. And the conversation can end there. Don't give him the out then. If he's soft, if he's a quitter, if he's a puss, right, then don't give him the out. Don't poke him in the eye. Even more the reason, because this guy's not going to continue. And low-key, rightfully so. Rightfully so. You got pay-per-view points on the line.
Didn't want someone's finger knuckle deep in my eye. It's the last thing I wanted.
Not good. I always just hope he's okay. That's the only thing. I just want him to come off all right. It's a sport. And what's it going to take to change something so people don't get really injured by being poked in the eye? It's not a hard job, surely. somebody should be researching. I know they looked into changing some gloves, but I don't know. What can we do?
Well, if you're Dana, he's just gonna say, "Who gives a shit?" If you watched last night, Dana White got asked about the gloves. He goes, "I don't know. Who gives a shit? It's always gonna happen." No, it shouldn't always happen, Dana, and we are gonna get into that a little bit more after this video. Shout out Jim Miller, okay? He had a great statement on it this morning that he posted on his Instagram. But it's not who gives a shit about these gloves and what are we gonna do about the eye pokes. No, there's something we can do, and there's a good point that's been made about it. We'll check it out after this.
It's horrendous, isn't it?
When you were getting injured, they played the slow-mo and everyone just showed up straight away because you could just see how horrific it was. How's he not DQ'd though for that? I don't understand.
Wrong, isn't it? Feels like the back of my eyeballs hurt.
Just sting him.
It's not even stinging now, it's painful. It's like, it feels like my eye, someone's touched the back of my eyeball.
Got you.
It weren't that bad at first, it didn't feel that bad.
How's it feeling now?
It's killing.
Stinging.
As you're looking at him here, I just want to get your guys' thoughts. Like, what do you think? Like, right now in this moment, is he milking? Is he not milking? Does he need the bandage on his eye? I guess for me, I can't sit here and say he's lying. If he's going to sit there and say, I feel like somebody just poked me in the back of my eyeball, it hurts, it's in pain right now, I got to take him at his word for it. Again, my biggest thing so far is take off the damn fucking Band-Aid, dude. It ain't fooling no one. Like, we don't need the visual. Take that thing off. If it hurts, it hurts. It doesn't matter how it looks, I guess. But this is definitely making it look worse.
I don't know if I can see it or not because I've got this on.
Can you see it, Google?
Not really. I can a bit.
Can you read what it says on them doors there?
Nope. So say you've got your eye socket like that, and then the eyeball sits in it there, like that.
Yeah.
It felt like his finger hit the back of the eye socket when he pushed it in. I just couldn't see.
Most important thing, mate, is your health.
The only thing.
Sorry.
The only thing that's important is your health. Nothing else matters. This other thing is just part of your life that you're doing, and you'll have another part of your life, and you need to be healthy for the other part.
That's outrageous, that. Just waiting, it's 2 AM. I think sleep might be off the cards tonight.
Yeah.
You were saying that as well.
Did you text thingy, Charlie?
If anything, this is you're done, aren't you? It's not worth it for your eye, for your health.
I'm not. No. I really respect what Bisping's done. But he's done more than I would. I won't carry on fighting with one eye. No chance. No chance.
Bisping is a fucking legend for that. I just gotta say that. Bisping is a fucking legend for that.
See what they say.
There's no boxing.
UFC.
Hey man.
What is UFC? It's martial arts?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a cage.
Include like this?
Well, you're not
No,
supposed
that's
to do
illegal. That.
That's illegal, right?
Yes.
You're not supposed to do that.
It's okay.
You want to video something?
I just felt, yeah, it's alright.
Okay. What's about your vision?
I can't say.
I have to
Ow.
check.
Okay, go on. It was actually both eyes, but this one was. It was like that.
What is his name?
Ah!
Okay, I'm very sorry.
Oh.
When I pull up or what?
Just
or
burned.
when I put the light
Yeah,
in?
with the light.
With the light. Okay.
I can't tell. Is he saying that like the bone, I guess like the eye socket is sore when she's making contact with the eye socket or something? Or is he saying the light is causing pain in his eye? I can't tell.
Now we can cover it again.
Okay.
There is no external features of trauma
No,
yet. Okay.
I can hardly open my eye. Look. Look at this. Double poke, both eyeballs. Yeah, it was double. It was double. The fight was just getting going.
302.
302. We keep rolling on this thing, don't we? Real uncut version. Right, I'm ready to get the eye check now. Actually, my other eye, my good eye, is now getting really blurry as well, so I can hardly see out my good eye now. Done.
Okay, relax. No problem. Yeah, let us see. I remove this one now.
Yeah, it's actually both eyes, but this eye's worse.
Relax, relax, relax.
I feel really bright.
Yeah, relax. Look at me.
I hear you, boys. I hear you. And you can tell here, as soon as that the patch comes off, he's like uncomfortable with the light. Okay, I got you, boys. I see the chats.
Yeah, good. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, it will go after 2 minutes. Just open and close. Is it easier now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now look at me. How many fingers is it?
I don't know.
Can't see at all?
No, I can't, but it looks like you're doing that.
Time. Now.
No, sorry, four.
Excellent. Look straight.
It's like Tom had that issue when we first wake up in the morning and you turn the lights on for the first time and you're like, oh, fuck. Tom had that issue like times 10, it seems like.
If you've been like
Yeah.
that. Okay. Okay. Here it's clear. The vision is clear.
No, it's not clear, but it's not.
Even there it's clear.
No, this one's not clear as well.
Okay, you can see this clearly. Just
you're right.
Yeah, I know. But you have to tolerate a little, just to see
He
the
hates
eye.
it, boys. He fucking
And
hates
everything.
that light. And I get it.
Just relax.
Understandable.
I'll make the light at the minimum, okay? Just tolerate with me.
But, okay, so I guess it doesn't even matter. It honestly doesn't even matter. But I'm just going to point it out. The eye doesn't look that bad. And I realize I guess it doesn't matter, right? But for what it's worth, the eye doesn't look that bad. What do you guys have to say about this? He's going to post another close-up. But I mean, we got to just kind of like react to this at segments because I feel like the opinions kind of change based off how this video is going. And right now, the eye looks okay. We just got to say that. But it's possible that the eye looks okay and is still fucked up. So I'm aware of that. I'm just saying.
So, do you feel it's better now?
Not really.
Still?
It's nearly black.
Still black, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, look up. Up.
It's just crazy to me because the eye doesn't look ugly. And usually, like, if it looks really ugly and mangled and he claims it looks black, it makes more sense. But it just doesn't make that much sense when it looks, like, perfectly fine. You know? But I believe him. I'm just saying. It would be easier to believe if his eye looked a little bit more mangled. But it's not even really bloodshot or anything.
Yeah, look up. Up. Close and open.
I see him broken saying cornea scratch. So, okay, cornea scratch, you can't see that. Right? You need a magnifying glass for that. So, okay, fair enough.
Okay. This is just to check the retina is good, okay?
Yeah.
Gives him some eye drops. That's that red dye.
Andy.
Yep.
It's 3:15.
Yep.
Andy.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Cornea abrasion. We're aware now. Cornea abrasion. So we can't see it to the naked eye. But this is how it looks. And like I said earlier a little bit, just to kind of go back to it, Tom had his eye closed, right? His eyelid was covering his eyeball. But it's in the middle of a fight, and that shit got jammed up in there, and it was like, you know, rub it up on it for like a millisecond. So I believe that you can scratch the cornea, you know, through the eyelid, essentially. Like, I believe that. Especially, who knows if his nail happened to be contacting the skin surface. That would make it extra kind of like, you know, rugged, I guess you could say, on the eyeball itself. But, yeah. This is the close-up of the eye right here.
It's
Only 2 more
3:15.
minutes.
What are
Yeah.
we doing?
Sitting in an empty hospital, waiting. A lady fighter who was in, she's in. We've just seen an eye guy who's put some stuff in Tom's eye. Told us to go out and wait again. He's gonna look into his eye again to see if anything's damaged around the eye. And then we've got to wait for a CT scan as well. So it looks like we'll be here most of the night, I guess.
It was right because of the eye drop itself. But the pain is less, right?
Yeah, the pain's alright.
Okay. Now, you still see this blurry or it's better
It's
now?
still blurry.
Yeah, but it's better now than before. Can you see the two
See it
finger?
there? See it there?
You can see this now?
2,
This one?
3.
Yeah. If he stay here, I need to see him again on Monday.
Yeah.
If he doesn't stay here, then he must see somebody after 2 days. Okay?
Yeah, we can go and see.
Are you glad he stopped the fight as well?
Huh?
It's good that he stopped the fight. 'Cause,
Yeah. Of course. This is, you should stop the fight until you are good again and until you're cleared from ophthalmology department from our side. After, not for this visit, after the second visit, after make sure everything coming back to normal, the vision, I think everything. Okay?
Okay.
But we didn't find anything dangerous.
Okay. Good.
Good.
We were just saying it, yeah, it just puts everything into perspective. Like, where we're going here, I can't see all. Dangerous sport, man.
You were saying it's scarier than what you did to your leg.
Yeah, way scarier than what I did to my knee, because you know that the knee's just going to be all right. Whereas your eye, still don't know how it's going to be. Gotta find this. I can't see. But we'll try. Right, this has been fight day. It's now the next day. About what time is it? 3:36 a.m. Got some Oreos. At least I got something positive there. And yeah, we're just waiting for further results. We've got to do some more tests in the UK as well. So we're flying back tomorrow and
Today.
today, and we'll go from there. I'm not sure when. I'm ready to let everyone know what's going on. So thanks for the support, though. Appreciate it. And I'll see you next time, whenever the next time's going to be. We are heartbroken on the channel, but we'll do what we can. See you soon. Yeah, we're just waiting for further results.
So heal up, Tommy boy. Heal up, Tommy boy. All right. We're not against you. I believe you. I don't know. Everybody keeps saying cornea abrasion. Did they diagnose him with that, or is that what you guys are just thinking it is based off what you're seeing? Let's watch Jim Miller, his reaction to the eye pokes, because it's a very good point. It's a very good point. Okay, so here's Jim Miller reacting to the bullshit that happened last night, and this won't be the first reaction from Jim Miller. Jim Miller has reacted in the past to eye pokes. And what he said in the past, that's also going to be pertaining to this, is that he is one of the fighters who has spent the most total fight time in the octagon. And how many eye pokes does he have? If I'm not mistaken, 0. A fucking goose egg for this man. So if it was so hard to not poke people in the eyes, if it was so hard to close your fist, right, then wouldn't, this is what Jim Miller says now in the past, and then we're going to play this video he posted this morning. But if that's the case, right, hard to close the gloves, hard to not poke opponents. If that was the case, then wouldn't the fighters with the most fight time in history have the most eye pokes in history too, or at least somewhat close? Somewhat close? Somewhat of a correlation in numbers? You would think. But no. You know, it's always the same guys doing it. Here's the clip he posted.
Really hard not to swear as much as I did in my first take of this, but I am very agitated, and I think you know exactly where this is going. I'm going to share 2 screenshots of the unified MMA rules at the end of this, and you ask me, or you tell me what the fuck is going on. I already broke my rule here. If only us stupid, dumb, professional MMA fighters could control our fingers, right? Eye gouging, eye poking is a foul. And if that foul is done with intention, then the fighter that commits the foul gets disqualified as the fight can't continue. In most cases, there's some silly shit in there as well. But it is up to the referee and probably the commission on the side of the octagon there to decide whether it was intentional or not. And it never seems to be fucking intentional.
The intentional versus unintentional eye poke and groin shots has to be one of the stupidest fucking things that exists in the sport today. I don't know why it became popular over the last couple weeks. Maybe it's because it's been happening so much. But I don't know, like, was this always the thing? Like, I don't know why we're just noticing it now, but it's fucking pathetic. Get that intentional, unintentional bullshit out of my face, okay? And just say it like this. It's always intentional. We don't give a fuck about the intention anyway. What the fuck does that even mean? Control your weapons. First warning comes in the back. If you can't follow that, then it's intentional. On top of that, who's to say that the coaches don't tell you beforehand, hey, poke this dude. Poke this dude. All right, I'm going to go poke him. And then the referee comes out and says, oh, that was unintentional. You look like a fucking idiot. You shouldn't even speak on that shit because you can't prove what kind of behind closed door conversations these fighters have with their teammates or coaches.
I've had my vision permanently affected by eye pokes. Doesn't affect my ability to fight or see anything close, really. It's more, quality of life stuff, right? Like it's much harder to see a target with my bow nowadays.
Sorry for pausing it. I apologize. But Exhibit A right here. This is why you don't want to keep fighting if you're already injured off of something that you had no control over. Because, like Jim said, it doesn't even affect his fighting, right? It affects him in his everyday life. He can't see far in everyday life. Now, that's a small problem, right? But that problem could have been worse. You know, what if you do lose your eye like a Bisping or something like that? What if your vision gets significantly declined because you got fucking poked in it and you kept fighting, you kept getting punched in it, right? Because look at Tom's eye. It's kind of fucked. Doesn't appear fucked, but it seems like it is fucked based off everything he's saying. Now imagine if he got punched in that eye another 10, 15, 20 times and then got knocked out. Who's going to tell him thank you? Who's going to give him a new eye? So that's the reason, right, when you talk about fighter safety and longevity and living your life, this is what we're talking about. Nobody's here to check on Jim Miller, right, because he can't see far. And he has a small problem, but other people have much more significant problems that they're dealing with. You know, shit to the point where they can't get out of bed because their back is fucked up or their neck is fucked up.
Boo-hoo. The only way we're going to stop this thing is if the fighters that are committing the foul actually end up getting punished for the foul. That's the only way this is going to stop. It's not a glove issue. It is an issue of culture and the fighters, right? And maybe there's some other nefarious going on. We've seen in other professional sports leagues where players and officials are doing things and being investigated right now. Maybe that's going on in MMA.
Investigate Dan Miragliotta. Excuse me.
Maybe there needs to be an investigation in the sport of MMA because the fighter that is poked in the eye almost never wins. So, like, hey, we can affect the betting line. Hey, bud, throw out a finger. Yeah, you might get booed a little bit, but nobody remembers if the fight was won for an eye poke or not. The person who is poked in the eye is always the pussy, is always the bad guy, is always the loser for not choosing to continue. It's never the person that commits the foul that gets looked at in a negative light. No, they're never punished. No. It's
No, not Ciryl Gane. No, never that guy. Never that guy.
It's the other pussy that decides that, like, hey, I can't fucking see.
It's that pussy Tom Aspinall. That's who it is. Not Ciryl Gane.
Now, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy for telling the doctors that I can't see because my opponent couldn't close his fist.
Or deliberately poked him in the eye. I don't know. You tell me. You fucking tell me.
This aggravates me. Clearly. Yeah, the refs have had the power to stop this for years, and they have chosen not to. And I've known a lot.
Why don't they? Why do the refs choose to operate in this lunacy? I've been calling it out for weeks, boys. This is why you need to tap into the streams more, because it's like I've been saying this for weeks. We got a lot of new viewers in here, so now I got to say it again. But it's like they subject themselves to this lunacy week after week. There's so many holes in this system. To start with, the Dan Miragliotta thing last week, right? And the whole thinking the clapper or the bell rang 3 minutes before it actually does, robbing Kyle Nelson of a knockout. Then you go into the Kevin Holland, Mike Malott thing. You know, was it unintentional? Was it an intentional nut shot? Kevin feels like he can't continue. Dan fucking just lets the fight keep going anyway. You know what I mean? The doctor says he's saying he can't fight, and Dan goes, "Oh fuck it, let's just keep the fight going." This is a conspiracy, okay, but we're having fun here. We're just thinking out loud. Jim Miller is insinuating it, so I'm kind of hopping on it now. But it's like, do we need to investigate these officials? There's something weird going on, bro. Why don't we want clarity? Why don't we use instant replay more to clearly define things? And why do we allow referees, when they stop a Neil Magny fight because they think Neil Magny got choked out cold by Jake Matthews, why do we let Neil Magny's word be the thing that overrides the call? Right? Neil Magny goes ahead and claims, "No, I wasn't unconscious," after the referee stops the fight because he thought he was unconscious. All fine. It's all fine. Referees make mistakes, okay? And Neil Magny is allowed to speak out for himself if he was done wrong, okay? Here's the thing, though. Let's go to an instant replay. There was no instant replay, and it's just like, okay, we'll take Neil Magny's word for it. What if Neil Magny was lying? What if Neil Magny was lying and he was really out, and now he's going to keep fighting because he just talked the ref into it and he gamed the ref? I'm just saying, like, let's get a fucking strict fucking system going. Like, is there a reason why we want to be like, oh yeah, let's never give it a clear definitive point deduction for fouls as far as eye pokes and nut shots? Is that to sway results? Is that to sway results? To leave that open, to not lock that in and say, no, An eye poke is an automatic point deduction on the first offense, and so is a nut shot. I'll say this, and then we can finish off this video. I think nut shots can be a little bit more subjective. I'll be honest with you. I think they can be more subjective. Do I think it's intentional, unintentional? I think that's bullshit. But I think it could be subjective as far as sometimes it could just really be an accident and it didn't cause too much damage. No need to take a point, right? But the ones that even cause a sliver of damage to the point where the action needs to be stopped for more than like 15, 20 seconds, I do think those nut shots should get a point taken on the first one. And I do think automatic point deduction on a fucking eye poke. I don't give a fuck about anything. Automatic point deduction on the first eye poke. No excuses.
A lot of you for a long time. And I believe that there are a lot of good people that are associated with this sport. But this is nonsense. It is absolute fucking nonsense. Points get taken away way quicker for groin shots. We have we have quality protectors on the market, right? There are high quality fucking cups on the market. I've been lifted off the ground wearing a metal tie cup with nothing, didn't feel nothing. And the other person is moving. Like, the eye poke stuff is all on the person who throws the eye poke. All of it. Like, that's easy. It's fucking easy. I've shared this before. I shared the list of the guys who have been in the octagon the longest, and none of them have poked somebody in the eye. None of them. If we spent the most time in the octagon throwing punches at opponents at the highest level of the sport, shouldn't there be some eye pokes coming from guys like myself or Frankie or Dos Anjos or Clay or all these other guys? Shouldn't that be the way it goes? The more time you spend doing this, the more eye pokes you have because they're incidental, because they're just part of the sport. It's not a fucking accident. It's not a fucking accident. You can control it. All you have to fucking do is penalize the motherfucker that's doing it. Why do you make me swear?
But here it is, fouls, right? Fouls, all right? Eye gouging of any kind, okay? Clear as day, right? Fouls, eye gouging of any kind. Now, when we go to the next screenshot, here's what it reads out, okay? When a foul is charged, the referee in their discretion may deduct one or more points as a penalty. If a foul incapacitates a fighter, then the match may end in a DQ if the foul was intentional, or a no contest if unintentional. So in other words, what I've been saying about this bullshit is like, okay, well then the fact that they never rule fouls intentional, right? You're never going to be able to DQ a fighter for a foul, because it says right here, the match may end in a DQ if the foul was intentional, or a no contest if unintentional. So that's why we just need to take this out. We need to take out this confusion, okay, about intentional or unintentional, and just say, then the match may end in a DQ if the foul was committed. Period. End of story. If a foul incapacitates a fighter, then the match may end in a DQ. We should just end it at that. Not if the foul was intentional or a no contest if unintentional. No, if a foul incapacitates a fighter, what are we doing? The match should end in a DQ. You incapacitated a fighter. Like, talking about intentional or unintentional is fucking irrelevant, bro. Fucking irrelevant. In fact, in the NBA, players get penalties for flopping. Even flopping. Okay? Flopping. And we're talking about being incapacitated. Alright? That ain't no flop. That's being incapacitated. If flops earn free throws in the NBA, being incapacitated at the very least should earn a fucking DQ, bro. If a foul causes a fighter to be unable to continue later in the bout, It ends with a technical decision win to the injured fighter if the injured fighter is ahead on points. Otherwise, it is a technical draw. So basically, if the fighter continues and then later on he can't continue, there's no way that the person who injured him can win. It can only end in a draw or a win for the person who was injured. So I could respect that, I guess. I guess I can respect that. But that's the rules here. This is where it got muted, and I felt this was important, you know, because this is the biggest issue as far as the intentional or unintentional. We're talking about this every fucking week, and it's like, why didn't anybody in the room say fuck intentional or unintentional? Who cares? And please, someone drop one name in the chat of one eye poke or nut shot that was ruled intentional. Please drop it in the chat, boys. Please drop it in the chat. We've had a ton of these in the last few weeks, right? Name one that was intentional. Name one. So Jim Miller cooking, boys. Jim Miller fucking cooking. Shout out Jim Miller. I love this man. I know you boys see the comment right here. Love you, Jim. We love Jim.